Did you feel like there was still an emotional charge when you saw your ex? Because sometimes when people break up, it's like there's things still unspoken. There's things I still need to clear out, air out.
No, I think we put it all out there on the table. There was certain things. One of the things I told her that, so I kept going back and nothing really bad happened. So she would kind of come back as well, but she almost felt guilty because she was very stubborn and very like, if it's over, it's over. But then there was no big thing that happened. It was just like some trust issues, some insecurities and things that happened at the start that kind of carried through our whole relationship. And we would constantly kind of come back to each other, but then she would feel kind of guilt that she wasn't listening to herself and just kind of falling into this, and then would pull away again. Then I would feel bad, and I kept going back. And this happened for ages until, and it sounds really bad saying it, but there was a girl that was kind of attracted to me and she knew it. And I ended up hooking up with this other girl because I knew if I did that, then it would be done. And it would, because we were already broken up, but we just kept going back and going back. And it happened. And then I'm very honest. And she's like, have you slept with anyone else? And I'm like, yeah, I have. And like, was it this girl? I was like, yes, it was. And it was almost like that was like the deciding factor. And I was attracted to this other girl as well. It wasn't like I just did it out of like that reason, but it was, the thing is, it's like, you know, when it's like someone else, like I was not strong enough to just walk away. I just kept coming back, but I'm like, I know if I do this, it's over. And it's like, and that's what happened. It was like from that point on, it was like it ended from there. But there was nothing like really bad that happened. And that's almost the worst breakup because it's like, oh, you can go back because you're not that bad of a guy, or like we can, and it's like you say, when it's good, it's great. When it's not, it's just not even that bad, but it's just the same things keep coming up and coming up and coming up. And I think you get in that point of like, you're trying to convince someone that you are who you are. And if you're trying to convince someone and they're not listening, it's like, man, at that point, it's like, just walk away. It's only so much. And it's like, if you're doing all your actions match your words as well, it's like, you can say what you want, but if your actions aren't matching, but if your actions and your words are matching and the person still doesn't see it, it's like, okay, maybe it's time to go.
Most relationships end not because big events like cheating, it's thousands of little events. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. All these little things built up. And there's this analogy in relationships, like the feather, the brick, and the truck. And you feel these little signs in your relationship that something needs to be addressed, something needs to be sorted out. We need to fix this. It starts off with the feathers, like you're arguing a bit more, you're not going on date nights, you haven't had sex as much. And then if you ignore those signs and you don't address those things, it turns into bricks. And the bricks could be finding your girlfriend messaging her ex or finding him watching porn, something like that. They're bigger problems, right? They hurt a bit more. And if you don't address those things, you get hit by the truck, which a lot of time is your partner sleeping with someone else or your partner turning around and just leaving them. That's what happens to a lot of guys. They're so unaware in their relationship of how it's going that the girlfriend can turn around one day and be like, I'm out. I just want to walk away. And the guy's like, where the fuck did that come from? Like, we were all good and now you're walking away. It's like, no, you just didn't see all the signs leading up to it. Yeah. Women can be way more aware in that situation than men, and they can check out a lot earlier.
Yeah, so that firsthand with my parents. Yeah, and it wasn't like my dad was doing anything wrong, but he like might have been on his phone too much, or might have been like not doing the dishes, or like just little things, but they're the feathers, they add up. And then eventually, mum left and it ended, but it was like all these little build up things that you get comfortable in a long-term relationship.
And that's how trust is broken mostly. Like trust, most people think trust is, do you believe me that I won't sleep with anyone else? People think that is trust in a relationship. Do you believe that I won't sleep with anyone else? But trust is so many different things. Can I trust you to be there for me when I need you? Can I trust you to listen to me? Can I trust you to support me? Can I trust you to do all these things? Like when you hurt yourself, you'd had your injuries, like, can I trust you to care for me through those times? There's a million different ways to build trust in a relationship. It's not just convincing you that you won't sleep with someone else. Like if you mess up the little things, then they're going to have suspicions about the bigger things, right? There's so many acts of betrayal in a relationship that isn't just infidelity.